everyone, Gina here, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a get ready with me video, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys some new Physicians Formula products. So in my CVS in-store video, if you guys haven't seen that video, you definitely should go watch it. But I mentioned I could do a get ready with me for you guys using some of the new Physicians Formula products that I currently have. So you guys were all for that. So I'm bringing that video to you guys so you can see some of the products before you head out shopping this weekend or next week, whenever you're gonna do your couponing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop into it and test out as many items from the Physicians Formula line that I have. So if you guys are not already subscribed, make sure you click that red subscribe button, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. And I actually have a challenge for you guys. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes and let's get the comment section popping. So I wanna know, what are you doing this weekend? If you hear Tanner in the background, he is talking to Peppa Pig, and I am not gonna disturb him because he is working with his words right now. So I feel like if I tell him to be quiet, it's not going to, you know, be positive reinforcement of me trying to get him to talk. So if you hear him in the background, he's just learning his words. I already primed my face. So what I do is I put my moisturizer on, then I wait 10 minutes, and then I put my primer on and wait 10 minutes before I apply my foundation. But this primer is made with cactus flower, organic mineral wear based primer, moisturizes, protects, and preps skin all in one, infused with our exclusive organic nourishing complex to balance and hydrate skin. Okay, so it is a cream based, so this is a cream based primer. It's pretty thick in consistency too, so you are gonna get a lot of moisturization from that, guys. So it blends in really well, it smooths everything really nicely. And then I also have another one. So this is the Physicians Formula Natural Dense Protect Prime Oil Sunscreen. So this is a Protect Your Prime Oil. So this is a 15 SPF sunscreen oil. In my opinion, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that you could probably just go ahead and skip this guy because you need more than 15 in your SPF. So this is a priming oil. So if you want to have like a more, oh gosh, a more like dewy finish to your foundation, this would be a nice guy to go ahead and add in. If you're someone who likes your face a little bit more matte, then you're obviously not going to want to add oil into your foundation. But in terms of the scent, it does have a slight scent of sunscreen. So if you're someone who doesn't like the scent of sunscreen, then you probably won't use that. But so these are the new primers from the Physicians Formula line. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with the foundation. I'm going to bring you in closer to me. I was a big fan of the Healthy Skin by Physicians Formula, so seeing a new foundation on the market, I'm really excited about. So this is the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. So this is an ultra nourishing, ultra fluid, weightless organic foundation, improves appearance of skin tone and texture. I need something to help with the texture of my skin. Delivers a silky second skin airbrushed dewy finish. So shake the bottle before each use is what it says. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. So if you hear me coughing, I apologize. I'm getting over a cold. So this is the applicator right here. So it is a drop applicator, and I am in the shade 01 Fair Pale. Thanks Physicians Formula for reminding me of how pale I am. So I'm just gonna add 3 drops to the back of my hand, and it is very liquidy. Look at that. Look at how easily it like drops. Okay, this might be a tad light, but that's okay because the next shade up would have been too dark, and I am not a fan of buying more than one color for my foundation. I would rather just be a little bit too light or be I'd rather be too light than too dark because it's more noticeable, I feel like, if you are too dark. But this is the first layer. And I have a lot of like hormonal breakouts right now. So let's see how well it covers up. And I'm using a Morphe sponge. Okay, this is definitely a very light foundation. So this is not even a medium coverage in my opinion, because it did like nothing covering up these guys. So it reminds me more of just kind of like a tinted moisturizer almost. So I'm gonna go in with another few drops and go in with a second layer to see if this is actually like buildable. I don't mind having a lightweight foundation. That doesn't bother me. I don't mind if my blemishes stick out because, you know, I've had acne for like half my life. So we've kind of gotten to know each other and we've gotten comfortable with each other. So that doesn't really bother me. Alrighty. Hopefully their concealer will do something. Yeah, even now with the second layer, all it really does is do a little bit of evening, but it definitely is not covering very well. And it's done nothing with the texture of my skin. My pores are still visibly there. So let me bring you guys in. Actually, I really think this shade is indeed too light for me, like really too light. Yeah, this shade is way too light for me, for sure. But we're gonna have to try to bronze my face up to try to fix that. But yeah, this shade is way too light for me. Oh my goodness, okay. All right, so now we're gonna go in with the concealer. And this is the Physicians Formula Natural Dense Total Coverage Concealer with Sunscreen. So there is SPF 30 in the sunscreen. Why didn't they put SPF 30 in their oil? Like if they would have put SPF 30 in their oil, that would have been perfect. Like why put it in the concealer but not in the priming oil? That makes no sense to me. Okay, so the applicator that it comes with, it is a twist doe foot applicator. So it's similar to the Maybelline Age Rewind, if you guys are at all familiar with that one. But it squeezes out. So I need to cover up my blemishes. And then we'll do some under eye and then some highlighting. We'll go ahead and do that. Bronzer is gonna save my life with this because this is really light and that was totally my fault because I always like opt to go for the lightest shade because I am so freaking pale, but maybe I could have went a shade up. Okay, this is actually doing a good job at concealing, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then now I want to go ahead and highlight under my eyes a little bit. And then you can actually twist it closed too if you want to. Alrighty, now I need to bronze my face up and I'm actually going to be using something that is not Physicians Formula, sorry. So I'm going to go in with a cream bronzer. I have been loving cream products because it helps with like the fine lines. So I've been loving cream. Okay, help me. Give my skin some life, please. Bronze me up. Alrighty, where's my contour brush? Alrighty, and then I'm gonna go in with a contour brush and bronze the face. I'm gonna go over my cream blush with some powder blush too, just to like emphasize a little bit more. I'm going in with my Maybelline City Bronzer. I love this stuff so much. It has replaced the butter bronzer for me, but I just wanna go in a little bit more. It might look heavy on camera, but I promise it's not as heavy as it seems. And then I'm just gonna blend everything out really well with a big powder brush. Okay, I think that that's looking better. So let me bring you guys in. So after the concealer, I think it does do a really good job at evening out my complexion with the concealer. So Now I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula lip sleeping mask. It's meant for sleeping, but I put it on before I put any lip product on, like lip color. So I'm gonna do that. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna go in with is a cream blush, but it's not from Physicians Formula. It's actually from MAC Cosmetics, and I have been loving their new cream blushes. I love them so much that I bought 2 of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and share with you guys the different colors I have. I have 2 colors, and these are so pretty. So this is what they look like. I like the clear packaging too. So the first one is in Heat Index, and it's a Glow Play blush, and it is a cream blush. And this is the first color I got. It just reminds me of like a watermelon, like bubble gum is what it reminds me of. Watermelon bubble gum is what it reminds me of. The second shade I have is a more like blue toned pink. It reminds me of Well Dressed by MAC, but this one is really beautiful too. And this is called Totally Synced. I love that so much. 2 different pinks. I love cream blushes, especially for the springtime and the summertime, and these blend out so nicely. So I'm actually gonna bring you guys in. And I'll have everything linked below if you guys at all want to go ahead and check it out. But I just go in with a buffing brush from Real Techniques, or you can use like a stipple brush. And what I do is I get some product on my brush, and then I just focus on the apples of my cheeks, like that. And of course, I'm not gonna leave it like that. And then I'm gonna like blend upward. So I want to get the color, and then I'm going to use my ring finger and just blend upward. And then I'll go in with the back of my beauty sponge to help me blend it out. These are very pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And then I just blend upward. It just gives a very natural flush to the cheeks, and that is the look I go for in the spring and the summertime. And this is a great like no makeup look hack too, is to go with cream blush. And I just absolutely love them. When I saw the display, I knew they had to be mine. So of course it looks scary right now, but then it blends out like this, and it just gives you a beautiful flush. And if you want to blend up. Right, so now I am done. So now I want to go in with a brow product. Sorry, my voice. I just cut out a huge hacking fit. I didn't want to subject you guys to that. It was quite loud. Man, this cold has got me. Alrighty, so the next thing I'm going in with is their new brow gel, and this is called the Organic Wear Brow Shaping Gel, and my shade is in the shade Soft Taupe. So if you're a redhead, this probably would be a good shade for you too. So I'm just gonna comb my brows out and sweep it along. So this is the brush right here. The brush is very small. So to really get into the fibers of your brows is gonna be really good, especially if you like to fine tune everything. So I'm gonna bring you guys in and comb it through. And this actually lightened my brows up. So again, if you are a redhead, I think that this would be the perfect shade for you. I think I might even need to go like a shade darker in this, but it does a really good job at like almost matching with like my natural root color. Okay. I need to be careful with this brush because I am getting a little bit of the color like on the edge on my skin, so be careful with this. Especially if you're going in with a darker color, you might need to like clean it up with a Q-tip after you're done. But overall, for a brow gel, this works for me. I'm not really picky when it comes to brow gels. Sometimes I'll just slap on clear mascara and call it a day, and I'm good to go with that. But again, I think that this would be the perfect shade if you are like a redhead or a strawberry blonde. I think that would be a really good shade for you. And even with me like lightening up a little bit, it really did like blend into like the natural like root color that I have going on. So you know, I'm not mad at that. Sometimes I like to go for a more dark brow. Sometimes I don't. It really doesn't matter to me. So now I'm gonna go in with the Rose All Play eyeshadow palette, and I'm just gonna do a more like neutral look with you guys today. I actually filmed a makeup tutorial with 2 different looks using this palette, so you'll get my full thoughts on the palette, but I just wanna do something really easy. So what I'm doing is I'm going in with the top 3rd shade, and this is called Bottomless Brunch. So I'm just gonna do a really easy eye look, and I'm going from lid all the way up to brow with this guy. I really wish they would have put a mirror here. That would have been so much better than what we have to work with now. I'm gonna do like a smudged eyeliner look just using some of the shadow, and I'm going in, this is my favorite shade out of this palette. It is called Berry Cheek. And the pigmentation on this is so good. So it's a little chalky in the pan, but when you put it on, look at how pigmented that color is. And even the shade below it, it's called Last Call. This shade is really beautiful too. I just absolutely love the orange undertones that are in the brown. I just think that that's really gonna pop green eyes. It's gonna pop blue eyes. I think that it's just a beautiful shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and smudge some of the plum color. What's it called again? Berry Cheek. I used to gravitate towards a shade called Plum Dressing from MAC like years ago, and I used to love smudging this on my lash line. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and I'm not gonna go all the way either. There is fallout with this shade, so just beware. I know this probably looks really weird, but I have a mirror on this side too. Looks like I'm like falling asleep in my mirror. So now I want to smudge this out. So I'm probably going to go in with a pencil brush and go ahead and smudge that. And it's just like something just to add a pop on my lid, and it's really going to pop my eye color out with the plum. So if you haven't thought to use plum, if you have blue eyes, the purple is going to pull the blue. Or if you're like me and if you have blue and green in your eyes, then this is actually going to pull. Okay, and then a little bit smudged on my lower lash, and I'm totally fine with that because I'll just go ahead and softly smudge it in my lower lash as well. So I'm gonna bring you guys in closer so you can see what I'm talking about. It kind of fell below on my lower lash, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use the rest of the product that's left on the brush. I didn't add any new product, and I'm gonna just smudge it on my lower lash. Okay, so that is my really quick and easy eye look. So I just smudged a little bit of the shadow, and I think that it is just beautiful. And it more pulls the green in my eyes than blue. So like I said, like my eyes change colors between like green and blue. Sometimes they come out turquoise. It just depends on like what color. But right now, let me know if you guys think that if it's pulling more green right now than blue. I think it's pulling more green. But in the beginning of this video, my eyes were like ice blue, but then I put the purple and they turned more green. So yeah, it's cool to be a chameleon, right? So now I'm gonna go in with a highlighter, and I'm actually using one from Charlotte Tilbury. If you guys are all interested in seeing a get ready with me using Charlotte Tilbury, if you've been at all curious about the brand, let me know. It's more high end, but I've really been loving the products. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tap some right here and blend. You guys have been asking like what the glow to my skin has been, and I've been using Charlotte Tilbury. So you guys have been commenting on my skin positively. So thank you for that. Okay. And let's highlight down the nose. And then I'm going to pull some of this in the inner corner too. Alrighty, so we are almost done. What am I missing? I need some mascara. I have not been a fan of the mascara from Physicians Formula, even the lash extender one. Like, I wasn't really a fan of that one either, so I'm using the Essence Lash Princess in, what is this? This is the False Lash Effect Lash Princess by Essence. Going in with one of their new lippies. So this is the Physicians Formula Rose Kiss All Day. So this is the shade, what shade are you? First Kiss is the shade. So it is a crayon lip pencil and you sharpen it with a sharpener. Again, like, why couldn't they put a mirror on this? This would have been so helpful if there was a mirror. So this is my go-to shade, and like every shade I pick out, I probably have a million shades just like this, but it's like it's like a nude pink. This is like my go-to. It's that like 90s like pink brown shade that I always go for. Now this is the one product that is like overly scented with a rose scent. Even the primer didn't have like a heavy rose smell, but this does. So it's right next to your nose. So if you don't like the scent of rose, you might not like this. So this is the shade on my lips. It's like my lips, but better. And then they also have a tinted lip treatment as well. And this is in the shade Berry Me. This is the shade of the tinted lip balm. So it's sheer, but there's still a good amount of color. Definitely more color than these lip oils for sure by CoverGirl. So these are the new lip products from Physicians Formula. You have the Rose Kiss All Day Velvet Lip Colors, and then you also have the tinted lip treatments, which this is very nourishing. I've used it already, but there's no SPF. I would have liked there to be SPF in it, but oh well, can't win it all, right? So this is my final look. Let me bring you guys in. From the line, I really enjoy the shadow colors. I like the lip colors. I really like the primer, but as you can see in my nose, like the foundation is already breaking up in my nose area. So if you're someone who like pulls with a lot of oil, you might not like it. But I do like the brow gel as well. I think the brow gel is really pretty. So this is my overall look from the Physicians Formula line. If there's something I would say to skip, I would skip the foundation. I am not a fan of the foundation at all. I think it's too sheer. So I am not a fan of the foundation. It's just way too sheer and it's already breaking up on me. With the eyeshadows, I have a more in-depth video coming very soon, but I like the pigmentation of the colors. I just don't like how flaky and chalky they are, and there's a lot of fallout that comes about with these. And as far as the concealer is really good. I'm not a fan of the Physicians Formula priming oil because I wish there would have been more there would have been more SPF. But overall, with the new line of Physicians Formula, I say that it is worth a try. So if you are looking to do a deal, CVS has spend $20, get $8 back in extra care bucks. You can pair some CRTs with it, and you can come up with some really good deals. So I give this new line an A+. I love Physicians Formula, so with there being new products, I was super excited to try it out. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up so I know you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.